Anna. The last day turned out to be a great day. Mr. Terupt made it. I've never felt so happy. My throat, my heart, my belly, they all burned with happiness, and probably relief too. And then we found out about this looping thing, and I felt the good hurt inside all over again. Bus 9? Bus 9 is now loading? The call came over the speakers. See you soon, Mr. Terupt, I said. I ran over and gave him another quick hug. Have a good summer. You too, Anna, he said. And Mr. Terupt? I looked up at him, and he looked down at me. I think Miss Newberry might have the hots for you, in case you're interested, I smiled. He smiled back. Matchmaker Anna, thanks for the tip. Bus 9? Last call for Bus 9? The loudspeaker announced. I hurried out of room 202 with my head held high. I never made it to Bus 9, though. I got downstairs to the lobby and ran into Mum and Charlie. Hey, kiddo, Charlie said. Hi, guys, I said. Are you here to pick up Danielle, too? She's still upstairs. I barely got those words out of my mouth before I saw the answer to my question. Danielle's mother walked into the lobby. She spotted us right away. Hi, Mrs. Roberts, I said, finding no small amount of courage. Would you like me to go upstairs and get Danielle for you? Not needed. Danielle came through the stairwell door and entered the lobby. She took a second to look at everyone. Then she and I exchanged a knowing glance, bracing ourselves for whatever came next. There would be no disappointments on this day. It was a day of happiness and celebration. Hi, Mrs. Roberts, Mom said, offering her hand to shake. I'm Terry Adams, and this is my daughter, Anna. We didn't meet properly at the hospital. We'd love to have you and Danielle come over this afternoon, maybe for a cup of coffee or tea, and some hanging out time for the girls. The ball lay in Mrs. Roberts' court now. I let my breath out when I saw her shake my mom's hand. Please call me Susan, she said. Danielle and I would be happy to come over. She glanced at Danielle, who nodded excitedly, but without hiding the shock on her face. Then Mrs. Roberts looked at Charlie. Mr. Terupt came into the lobby at some point during all this and gave Danielle and me a thumbs-up sign. It was as if he knew the whole story. Did he? We waved goodbye to the best teacher in the whole wide world. Danielle. It started with an old friend, Alexia, who wasn't really a friend. In came this new girl, Jessica, whom I liked but was told not to like. Somewhere in between, I became friends with Anna. We worked with a collaborative classroom and had this huge Ramadan project. And that old friend, who I had figured out wasn't a friend at all, was kind of on her own. I had Jessica and Anna. Then the accident happened. While Jeffrey ran for help, I held Mr. Terupt's head, putting my hat and coat under it so that it wasn't lying on the cold snow. I went to visit Mr. Terupt in the hospital with Jessica and Anna and found an old friend there. Alexia was Lexi again, except new and improved. James left, but he made us see Peter again, and then we played the wait and see game until today. Today, Mr. Terupt came back, and then we found out that we're looping and will get to be with him again next year. I can't wait to tell Grandma the news. She's the one who helped me when things got tough, and she said a lot of prayers for us. I don't think I'll tell Grandma about the end of the day news, though. I'll leave that up to Mum. I just wished Anna a great summer and watched her head out of the classroom to catch her bus when Mr. Terupt said, Danielle, I see your mother walking across the parking lot. He was looking out our window. She must be here to pick you up. Okay, thanks, I said. I grabbed my stuff. Have a great summer. I can't wait for the fall. Bye, Danielle, he said. I ran over and hugged him once more. I'm so glad you're back, I told him. I let go, looked in his face, then hurried downstairs. I got down to the lobby and saw everyone, Mom, Charlie, Anna, and Terry. Was Charlie with Mom or Terry? Oh boy, I thought. But things worked out. Mom shook Terry's hand and accepted her invitation for coffee. Mom looked at Charlie after, but didn't say anything or make any sort of face. She was going to try really hard for us. As we were leaving, Mr. Terupt gave us a thumbs-up sign. How long had he been watching? How much did he know? Dear God, it's Danielle down here. full of love. Thanks for giving me my teacher back, and again for next year. And thanks for helping my mom give Terry and Anna a chance. Maybe now you can start to work on Grandma. She's going to be a lot tougher to persuade. Amen. P.S. I'm sorry I got mad at you. Peter. Out of nowhere, I heard the screams. Mr. Terupt! Everyone around me jumped up and ran toward the door. I couldn't believe it. Mr. T was back. I started crying. Mr. T was alive, and he was here. I stayed in my seat, trying to look small, but he spotted me. The room grew quiet as Mr. T walked toward me. I was scared again. Mr. T got down on his knees and looked directly into my eyes. Then came the best hug I've ever felt. Mr. T wrapped his arms around me and gave me a huge squeeze. I squeezed him back as tight as I could. My body shook, and I sniffed my snotty nose. It's okay, Peter, he whispered in my ear. I forgive you. Suddenly, I felt lighter. A lot lighter. Jessica. Final act, final scene. I've realized something. It's not California I long for anymore, or even Dad. It's 6th grade and another year with Mr. Terupt. I want to ask him about his family and tell him to let Miss Newberry get close because she truly cares about him. But now isn't the time. There will be lots of opportunity for that when school starts up again. I need to enjoy this curtain call. I've read a lot of books, but I think ours is a great story, and I know Mr. Terupt would agree. It's a happy ending. Luke. I remember thinking, 6th grade. We're going to be 6th graders, and Mr. Terupt is going to be my teacher. Our teacher. I thought of Mrs. Williams' word magic. I looked at Mr. Terupt, sitting with some of my classmates, and I thought, she's right. There will be magic. He's my teacher. The dollar word man. Terupt. Dollar word.